Why, hello there, English 2 students. Here is how to do the Act 4 prompt. So let's just jump right in and talk about the Act 4 prompt. So, first off, the main thing I want you to focus on is that you will be able to demonstrate how character development works. That's the thing we're focusing on for Chapter 4. If you watch the chapter or the Act 4 3 video near the third of our day of readings, we start dipping our toes into what character development is, because often a lot of character development centers around the climax of the play, but it doesn't always have to. In fact, more often than not, in longer works, it's a series of like these mini climaxes as we go through the play that center around a character and allow us to see them to develop as it goes along, or any narrative. It doesn't have to be a play; it's any narrative. But basically, if you remember the piece of paper I showed you a couple week or on that one, if you watch that, the character starts off the play one way. An event happens to them, and that event changes them. And that change is what we call character development. And that's what we're going to be trying to focus on throughout this entire thing is looking at the change. We've encountered the event. Well, for most of the characters we encounter the event. There's one character that we encountered the event here in Act 4. But for the majority of them, that climax is the event that changes them. So here's how I want you to go about doing this particular prompt. So you're going to pick 4 of the characters from the play. Then, in your own words, at least 100 words per character, explain how each character has developed or changed over the course of the play. You need to make sure you cite evidence from the text to help support your answers. Now, you can reach back into Act 1 and Act 2 in order to help you establish it. So you don't necessarily have to give us a whole big detail about what they were like at the beginning, because that's kind of what the character develop or the characterization prompt was in Act 1. That was what that was for. But the big thing I want you to focus on is the change. How did they change? In what ways did they change as a character? And not all characters change. Some characters stay exactly the same, and they're what we call static characters or one-dimensional characters. There's not a bunch of evolution in those, but there are 4 characters in this play that do change from the beginning of the play to the end of the play. Pick 4 of them and tell me what they were like at the beginning, what was the event that changed them, and what they are like at the end. And you need to make sure that you provide text evidence to help support your answer, and you can do that with a parenthetical citation, which is essentially uh, you can provide a quote. It makes it a little bit stronger if it's a quote, but in honesty, if you paraphrase and just put the author's last name and the page number you found it on in a parenthetical like that, that technically counts as text evidence. You're pointing exactly where in the text I can find that information that you paraphrased. So, all right, that is it. If you have any questions, make sure to email me, pdavidson@portagil.k12.mo.us. And that's all I got for you. I will see you all later. Bye bye.